All right, guys. So this is a solution I built, which I call it legal contract analyzer. What it does is that you have a legal contract, and you pass it into the application. The application analyzes it, and then tell you some parts of the contract that has issues. This is really fine. You see, like it makes things very easy. So you have a contract, and you would have done a manual checks to go through line by line to confirm it, but the AI tool helps you to like analyze it and then give you reports and also give you compliance scores. So it's kind of like maybe there so like the implementation I did, I have a compliance rule, and then the AI model is going to analyze your contract based on the compliance rule. So this makes it such that there are different countries might have like different rules that need your maybe companies to comply to. So in that case, you can always like change the compliance rule or you can update it. So that's what it does. So as you can see, the interface is very straightforward and simple. So all you need to do is to upload your legal documents and then start analyzing it. So yeah, and this is going to take a bit of time, so I might just like pause this and come back once it's done analyzing. All right, so it's done. So as you can see, the contract I uploaded, so it tells me the issues that it has, right? Like the rules number one, and it's able to list out the issue detected, your best practices and suggested fix, and then it also tells me that these are the compliance rules at pass, right? And it tells me compliance score is 80% and like a summary. So this does it, and I could try uploading the second document, and this is going to take time. So that's just it. Let me show you like the code, the implementation I did. All right, and can come back to this. So I'm actually using LangChain, right? So I'm using LangChain to implement things, and I'm using LangChain, Pydantic, Ollama, LangChain, LangChain, Ollama, so that LangChain is able to communicate with Ollama. Then I'm using Streamlets to be able to build the UI using Python, and Pandas to be able to pull in the data, and then PyPDF to be able to read the PDF files. So my implementation, I pull in the schema. So I created a schema to tell the model the structure of the output so that the analysis is going to be very structured, right? So I created a pedantic model, as you can see, structured. I created a model for compliance pass, created another model for compliance fail, and then created a model for the report, the final report, right? So this is just straightforward, and import it here, and also I import the chat prompt template from LangChain, also import the Ollama LM from LangChain. So with this now I'm able to like communicate with Ollama open source models, right? And I also import a parser. So with the parser I'm able to generate format instruction, and also I'm able to like pass the response from the model back to Pydantic model, right? That way is very easy and straightforward, right? So I'm using this Mistral model. This seems to work very well in terms of giving a structured output. So that's why I had to use it and give temperature 0 because I want everything very strict. And that's it. So I created my system prompts and give it some variable of where I'm going to pass in the compliance rule, and created this function. This function, what it does is it pulls in the compliance rule from this CSV, right? And then formatted in a certain structure, like listing out the compliance rule, the expected outcome, check description, and how to review. So it's telling the model how to review the document based on each of the compliance rule. And then this function just like format the final output, how it should look like. And while this is like the main function that gets in the PDF contents and then analyze it. So as you can see, it calls the get context, gets the compliance rule, and then this is a template that's like this is the main prompt that I pass in. So I tell it to analyze the contract, and I pass in the PDF content here and also the format instruction so that the model knows how to format send the final output, right? And then I use the chat prompt template that I imported from LangChain. So I pass in the first one as a system prompt, while the next one as a user message, right? So since I'm using prompt template, right, it's able to understand that these are variables, so that I can finally pass the variables here, right? And it knows how to handle things. And then in LangChain, you can like chain different things, because most all of them here, like there are some certain classes that has dot invoke, so you can easily chain those classes together. So like the prompt template, you can chain it, and also the model you can chain it, and also the parser you chain it. So once I use the parser to chain everything, I can just invoke it. And so what it does is that it passes this to the first class here, class instance here, right? It gets the response, pass it to the next one, get the response, pass it to the next one. So that's just what it does. So I do chain dot invoke, and since the parser, the parser, what it does is generates the prompt format instruction, and also it gets the model response and convert it to Pydantic instance. So that's why, since it's the last one, the final output is going to be this Pydantic instance, right? And then I pass the Pydantic instance to my format compliance report, and it gives me a string output, which is like a markdown. And yeah, so that's just it. So this one is not needed. This one was used for test purpose. And this function, it just helps to extract the PDF content. Yeah, so that's it for the helper functions. And then if you go to the main file, you could see this is where the Streamlit UI implementation is done. So it's just create a page title, add some data, and then creates like an input HTML input tag that can only accept PDF. And once you pull in the PDF, I create a temporary directory and create a file in the temporary directory, and then I write to that file, because once you read it, it's going to give you like bytes, right? So I write to a particular file, and then pass the file to this my extract text function. It extracts the contents, and then I can now finally pass it to analyze, which does all the analysis. And once the response is back, right, it sends it back to Streamlit to render it to the UI. So that's how this works. And yeah, so I believe this is very straightforward. There are some improvement I can do here, and my disclaimer: this is not like ready to be using real life scenario. This is just a demo. I know there are a lot of improvement that needs to be done here, like adding more compliance rule, and also keep fine tuning the model, and also the prompt to give you a very precise output, right? But this is just like a demo. So yeah, so that's it. I think this has finished rendering. Let me just say it. Okay, so this is like the second document that I uploaded. So it's able to tell me compliance should have failed, use of unique identifier for each statement of work, certification of contract ended. So it's telling me what is missing and what has passed, right? So yeah, so this one compliance score is 75%. All right, a bit good. All right, so that's just it for the legal contract analyzer. And thanks for watching. One more. What do you think about the solution? I would like to know your thoughts on this. If this was deployed, would it be something you would like to use? Let me just get your thought on this. Thanks and bye.